Up to number 34 on my fantasy playlist. I have not heard this song in 25 years. Posies with Golden Blunders, up from number 40 the previous week. My super eclectic fantasy playlist of December 22nd, 1990. Hello, how are you doing? It's Mr. DJ back, resuming the countdown. Going to try to cut in a couple of videos tonight as it is in the wee hours of February the 24th, 2016, 25 years ago. This playlist. Can you believe it? I just cannot believe it. Some of you probably were not even born in 1990. Posies, Golden Blunders. The core of the Posies, John Auer, is A-U-E-R. I checked the pronunciation of his last name, and it's pronounced Auer in German. So I'll go with John Auer and Ken Stringfellow. They met at a Dan Reed Network show. Dan Reed Network does... Gosh, Another lost band from the late 80s. Does anybody remember the Dan Reed Network? They had a couple of things out, but they never got really big. Well, they met at their show, the Dan Reed Network show. These two guys did. They started writing songs in late 1986. They put together about 12 demos, 12 songs together at John Auer's recording studio, his home studio, and the demos were put together with the purpose of attracting other group members because there's only two guys. They wanted to bring in about two or three other guys or two or three other group members, but the demos stood so well on their own, they put it out as an album, and their first album was called Failure. It was a self-released album, came out in 1987, 88, and they got a big record deal with DGC Record. It was the new imprint of Geffen Records, and they got that deal back in 1989, 1990, and they released their big major label debut, which was called... oh my goodness. Dear 23. I just could barely read my chicken scratch. Dear 23, the name of the CD, and the song Golden Blunders came off of that. The Golden Blunders went to number 17 on Billboard's Modern Rock charts. It did not cross over on the top 40. It was played on college stations, but a song like this would not be played on top 40 back in the day. But you know, the interesting thing about this record, listening to it, now, and this first time I've just played the video on YouTube. First time I've heard this record in 25 years. It anticipates the Goo Goo Dolls. The sound is very similar to that of the Goo Goo Dolls. They also had a Beatles sound as well. The Posies did. Golden Blunders, but another favorite song of mine. God, I could not get enough of this record. Remember, they came out with an album in 1993. It was called Frosting on the Beater, I believe was the name of the album. They had this fantastic rock and roll record called Dream All Day. God, I fell in love with that record. I'd get up early in the morning and just listen to that record on my tape recorder. Yeah, tape recorders when we were listening to cassette tapes, not MP3s. Listening to it on my cassette tape over and over and over again. Dream All Day. That was a fantastic rock guitar crunching record right there. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the more acoustic sounding Golden Blunders. Posies at number 34 on my fantasy playlist.